Hi, Jim. Me currently, I'm in LA, Los Angeles, Hollywood, but I'm
Okay,
originally from Egypt.
I see.
And it's such a pleasure to talk to you today.
I want to go to Egypt, but
Let's
let's talk.
go.
Let's go.
I
Okay.
have my car is downstairs. I can literally come pick you up and we go there. Like, yeah, exactly. We
Got a
do
lot of
the
oceans to cross, but yes.
It's okay. I have some ancient Egyptian remedies and the magic that they can teleport us there straight away.
Fantastic.
So congratulations on the film. I was in the first ever screening ever done in the Fox Lot.
Oh, I was there too.
I know, and I heard you speaking about the film, and it was honestly, I really like. Everyone came out on the out of the theater with me that day. Everyone was very happy with the film.
Good. Good.
So
That's so good.
it's. I want to ask you first,
I mean,
what
on that day, the movie had only been done like 5 days. We finished mixing it like 5 days earlier.
I
So kind of
know.
crazy.
I,
Yeah.
I felt so privileged because, like they said, that you guys are one of the first few people on
You
that
were
United
literally the
States.
first to see the finished film. Literally.
Like, what an honor!
Ah,
What
how
an
cool.
honor!
Yeah.
So, what drew you to this story from the first place to make it, considering the stuff that you used to do before, it's a little bit different from this one?
Well, I've made movies about artists before. I'm very
Mhm.
interested in that, and
The Greatest Showman.
obviously, Walk the Line would come to mind, but also Ford versus Ferrari is really, in truth, a movie about artists,
Yes.
about artists of cars and
Yes.
artists of driving, artists of engines. I love telling stories about people driven to do something better or different and or who are just inspired for reasons even they don't understand. And but what's even more interesting to explore in film is how these people, how we regular people in the world relate to them, in a
Love.
way, the loneliness of genius.
Mhm.
That uh even Bob Dylan himself doesn't really know where these songs came from. And when you think about it, just think about what you saw in the movie. He's 24 years old when the movie ends.
It's crazy.
So all that music has occurred before his 25th birthday. That's fucking
Genius.
incredible. Yes. And
Genius.
yeah.
Like, how
And
good you have to be so famous and such a legend at 24.
yes. And also, how equipped are you to deal with all that fame
Mhm.
and demands of it? And also, what we touch upon in the movie is also even jealousy and envy and feeling like relationships become transactional, the
Mhm.
where
Mhm.
what can you do for me now that you're so big? Help me, give me a song, help me come to my show, make an appearance on my TV
Yeah.
show, and everything. I think you start to wonder. I think it's why the relationships between Joan Baez and him are kind of equals. So there's almost this wonderful spark of competition between them. They
Mhm.
are, but then in his relationship with Elle Fanning's character, Sylvie, there is a very different energy, which
Yeah.
is a kind of,
And Edward Norton too, with Edward character, he's still so different. That's what I liked about Bob's character, Timothy. He did a great job, and thanks to you, I like that he appeared that he really didn't care that much about like fame and all of this. He was doing it because he loved it. My question to you, did you have any talk or any chat with Bob or anything like this about that? Does he know? Have you seen the film? All of that?
well, I talked with Bob a lot while I was writing the movie. He hasn't seen it yet.
Ah,
I'm sure he'll see it in his own good time, but he read my script
but I
and
can't
he
believe
helped.
I've seen it before him.
What? You've seen
I,
it before, Bob. And
I,
but he had read it. He knew what was happening. He knew what it was about. And he gave me tremendous details, littlest kinds of details too, about life in that time and what it felt like, what these relationships, what these characters, other characters in the movie were like. Um and I got, and also just emotion, he I mean, one of the most interesting things is he always wanted to play rock and roll. That wasn't something that came to him. He was a
Mhm.
Buddy Holly, Elvis Presley, Johnny Cash. He was fans of all before he even came to New York. So he became a folk singer, just like just like you've become what you've become and I've become what it's what happens. But
Yeah.
it isn't always what you dream. Like sometimes you dream of something else and what happens. And he dreamed of having a band all his childhood. So it wasn't for him, it wasn't like this when he remembers the moments in this movie, it wasn't like this, he felt like he was betraying folk music or any of these or changing with the times. It was like he was just doing what he had always wanted to try.
And that's what amazing. I loved his fashion, I loved his voice, I loved everything you did with the film. It's honestly
Timmy
amazing.
did a magnificent job. He really did. And it's
He
nice
wouldn't do it
to,
without
to
you.
tell, yeah, so I don't know. Yeah, I like to think so, but to be honest, he's an incredibly talented person himself and a
Yeah, I
real
think every
force of nature.
project that has its chemistry with the people that, and if we change one component, it won't be the same. So I always believe in that. And thank you so
Well, it
much
will
for this.
never be the same if it was different people. That's certainly true
Yes,
and very kind. Thank you
yes.
so much. Really
James,
appreciate it,
thank you.
Mico.
I will come and collect you to go to Egypt very soon. Take care.
Okay, can't wait.